So another 2 hours of my life wasted for this bullshit of an episode. Pretty much the same thing from last episode. And, never ending resolvement. There is continuous blaming of other people and not taking accountability of themselves. The females I'm talking to, specifically Emily and Claire. Becca just trying not to cry, even though she ends up crying by the end. Lauren just looked like she pissed for no reason. Chloe just sitting there, just being Chloe. Michael's just sitting there being Michael. The men just either, in distress, of Austin and Cameron not feeling good and whatnot. And then Brendan just trying to defend for all the men, but it's like, your team can't even function. And the female team is like, they going to war. But hey, guys, it's your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for Married at First Sight Season 17, Episode 25, called Denver Reunion, Part 2. I hope I'm not here for a long time, okay? Because if I were to really decipher each scene, dissect, talk about, give my opinion, I would be giving you the same review as last week for Part 1. There is no more fight in me. There is no more energy in me to express what I need to express because I've been expressing it the past 24 episodes. So we're going to see what we can do. So we are continuing where we left off last week with Brendan and Emily going back and forth with Kevin. And Emily, of course, she's just going to point her finger at Brendan. Brendan pointing his finger at Emily. The, topic of her cheating did come up. So we got that checked out of the way, but that never came up for the rest of the season. The rest of the episode. However, if it wasn't the fact that Brendan kissed someone, I'm sure they would have been talking about it for the rest of the episode. So, it's just interesting to me that it's like it only got mentioned once, but after that, that's it. Per her words, he kissed her. So, he kissed you and that's okay. And that's just the end of that. But, Brendan supposedly, quote unquote, per your words, wanting to just F someone or saying that he wanted to F someone, that is such a, oh my gosh, big whoop. But he didn't act on it. And yet something happened to you and is nothing. But because it's like Brendan said he wanted to, and it's like the guy did it to you. So it's like you're innocent in this situation. Okay. Anyway, so whatchamacallit, she just being very childish, like I said, making the faces and her antics and body language just being so like all over the place and just very jarring with her movements and whatnot. I'm just like, okay, Emily, like we already know what you want. Like I don't know exactly what you want. I read a body language book once years ago, but I can't really decipher exactly what your body language is saying, but it's saying something. And it don't really seem like it's saying like you're being genuine. It just seems like you're just trying to be very accusatory. Hope I'm using the word right. Just to, prove a point that may not even be the real point, and just so people could be on your side. She even made mention that America is going to believe her and whatnot, and that she's better looking than Brennan is, and that he always found her attractive. He said he didn't, so she's in Delulu. Like if someone's telling you they didn't find you attractive, and we've seen that from this season, but you're under the assumption that he did, I'm looking at you hella sideways, Emily. Like you and Claire are pretty much like the mean girls, and we're gonna see that next week with this Chloe situation. I feel like we'll get to that then. Anywho, what's new with them? Emily's single. She's not really wanting to date or anything right now. Brendan is in a relationship. Emily talking about she wants to talk with a girlfriend to warn her about Brendan. Emily, leave Brendan alone. Like this is probably what Brendan meant when he said you told him that you was gonna make his life a living hell. And you're proving that by these comments of saying you want to talk to the girlfriend. Why do you need to talk to the girlfriend? If you want nothing to do with Brendan, you should want nothing to do with his girlfriend. Leave Brendan alone. Leave his girlfriend alone. Like Emily, you like Claire is a runner up for sure, but you acting hella crazy. You acting hella crazy. Like I'm looking at you hella sideways, and you're not giving very positivity. You're the most positive person in the world. This is not showing it. This whole reunion ain't showing none of that. So, anywho, anything else to take from that? No, not really. We move on. The girls talk about, what they talk about? Oh, they talk in the back about, they got through the hard part. Now it's the easy part left. Whatever. So then we have the men. They come out to sit with Kevin to talk, except for Austin because he's not feeling well. He's looking like he about to throw up or whatever. And I'm like, what are you in distress about? Like, he was still like crying. Like, sir, what are you? What are you acting like this for? Like, why? Like, what's the issue here? What's the problem? Okay, you get my nerves. Anywho, so Cameron wants to defend himself, talking about he has receipts because, they talk about his heart problems. And I guess the female saying that, he used his heart issue as a way out. So Cameron pulls his EKG to show Kevin that, like, look, my heart stopped twice. So, but this was my way out. So instead of pulling like actual receipts of like text messages, you want to pull out your EKG. Can we prove it's yours? Because things, there's, oh, well, then again, text messages could be Photoshop too. I was about to say, who knows if it was in Photoshop. The point is, Cameron, we don't care about EKG. At least I don't care about it. I'm glad you're alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say your medical situation was a facade. I want to believe that you wouldn't lie about something like that. But, it had to be brought to my attention because, I was so gun-ho of like, Claire's the, malicious one. Well, not Cameron. Someone did let me know, like, oh, don't forget, you did say earlier in the season, you in your review, that Cameron was a liar, lying about his daddy knowing about he was getting married, but he really didn't. So I have to take accountability now, because nobody else want to take accountability except for the men on this show. So let me take accountability as one of the females here to take accountability. I did call Cameron a liar, so I shouldn't be surprised if he may be lying about this too. So look, even though I don't care for none of the females, even Chloe, I'm sorry, Chloe, but you ain't giving me 100% authenticity either. But Cameron, you may be lying too, okay? And it's very unfortunate if that's the case. And I just really wish you pulled out text message receipts instead of an EKG receipt. What is that supposed to do to us or prove to us? Anyway, so whatever. Michael said him being stood up was not staged, because I guess those questions of him being stood up was listen, at this point, we already side-eyed the producers for years, so you could say it's not staged, but that doesn't mean we still not gonna think it's not staged. Like, you can say whatever you want. Y'all be swearing everything real. That's y'all job to say everything. Excuse me. Like, I'm not gonna believe you just because you said it's not. Whatever. Let me find out somebody from the producer club or whatever, crew member who got fired, give us because sometimes that's really what be happening. They be letting us know what real be going on and what fake be going on. I don't be finding this out like by them. I go on Mass Fans on Instagram. That's usually where I find out my information. Thank you, Mass Fans. You should follow them. Not that I know who the person is, but they be in the intel. They be anyway. Back to this damn show. Even though we still talking about this damn show, we then move on to the women. They're still talking shit about the men backstage, and I'm just like, y'all are what the hell? Why? What? I am like, at this point, I am so annoyed. I'm like, why is this 2 hours? I'm tired of this season. Like, physically, mentally tired, just because working, whatever. But I'm like tired of this season. Tired. I always say this every season, but no, this season with this cast, I am exhausted. I said I did not want this episode to be more than 5 minutes because it really didn't need to. It's a back and forth. He said, she said, girls pointing fingers at men looking like they're bewildered. And I am over it. You hear me? Over it. Even though I'm still probably gonna watch next. Not still. I'm still gonna watch next episode and probably do a review on it. But I'm over it. So anywho, Cameron said he's not feeling good, doesn't want to go back on stage. Fine, Cameron, go take a nap. So then we have everyone coming back on stage except Austin and Cameron. And, Emily is... Did I miss a part? Okay, no. Okay, so Emily's making a comment that Cameron always runs when he's upset. See, that's the other thing. Y'all always have something to say. Y'all could just never just be quiet. You guys always have to have the attention on you, crying about something, being angry about something, trying to call somebody out on something. Like, shut up. At this point, shut up. So whatchamacallit, Brennan apologized to Emily once again. She doesn't accept it and said it's fake. All right, Emily, we see what you want, but you're supposed to be so positive, right? Okay. So, no female takes accountability or apologize, but wants the men to take accountability and apologize. And then Emily wants to defend Claire out of the blue, out of nowhere. No one was even talking to Claire, but she wants to say why no one believes Claire, including Kevin, and no one's giving her grace. So Kevin has to like check her a little bit and say, she herself was disrespecting the show by like not trusting the process and faking the funk. So I really feel like Kevin was being very light on her, and he should have went harder. But Kevin ain't really gonna do what he need to do, but he ain't really gonna do what he need to do. So clearly he didn't do what he needed to do in this situation, because someone just need to shut Emily up at this point, because she was talking way too much for my comfort. I'm in distress. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna make a joke, because they're gonna say I'm very being insensitive about Cameron and his medical situation. Because I was just gonna, declare that, maybe I need to go get checked out for EKG. Anywho, so then we get Brendan trying to explain his truth, but the girls cut in because that's all they do. No man can never get their point across, because one of the girls, no matter if it was the guy's wife or whatever, gonna cut in and say no, this is that. It's just like, why can't you just ever let the men say what they gotta say? And why are you always cutting each other? Like, what is this? What is going on here, y'all? Okay. So Emily crying because we gotta not fake the funk, but fake the funk. Make people feel bad for you, but we're not really feeling bad. We're just annoyed. If you were to stay quiet, Emily, like you did on the show, we probably would have felt bad for you. But it's just very jarring that you were so quiet during the whole season, but now you want to come out on here and be like so like 180 degrees from turn or whatever from how you was acting on the season, and saying, "Oh, you found your voice." Oh, that's what it is. Y'all found y'all voice, and now y'all can't shut up. Anyway, who cares? So she crying. I'm looking at her like this. Ryan is feeling for Emily. He look like he about to get choked up. I'm looking at him like this. Then Chloe want to make a speech about being authentic, and I'm looking at her like this. Like, y'all get off. Y'all, please wipe these people clean from my screen. But no, we got to be back next week for these people. Like, I do you not understand? Like me right now, I really, I really don't even know how to proceed. Like, I'm watching this episode, I'm like, cut the fucking camera. Cut the camera. Y'all really didn't need to have this as 2 hours. We watched 4 hours of the same bullshit of girls, pointing the finger at the men looking like, who said that? Da, 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 da. Cut the show. Like that one Jiffy Jif GIF, whatever, that be on social media. I'm done. Cut the show. Anyway, they watch fun clips of each other. Was this supposed to be the comedic relief, Kevin? Y'all could have kept that shit. And then we have Lauren and Ryan having a one-on-one with Kevin. Lauren, she says she's traveling, spending time with family. Orion's getting back to his old life, whatever. He apologizes for making Lauren feel, slut shamed and, cutting the marriage short and whatnot. Lauren says she appreciates the apology. She does feel that he is genuine, but it doesn't take away the hurt that she still feels. And I'm just like, what are you still hurt about? Like, I understand you feeling like still offended by him and stuff, but Lauren, like, we're gonna have to move on, because you keep trying to say you unbothered, but you still giving very much bothered. Like, you had a stank face this whole reunion, and you've been having a stank face ever since homeboy decided he didn't want to be with you. Like, I don't understand. You talking about you unbothered, but your demeanor, the way you act, and your attitude shows very much bothered. Like, what are you talking about? What is you talking about? Like, what is all y'all talking about? Because all y'all get on my damn nerves. All y'all get on my damn nerves. To the point Kevin get on my damn nerves with all that makeup on his head. I'm trying to get through. Okay. I'm very antsy, because like I don't want to be here right now. Like, I don't want to be here, because it's like I don't feel like I can give you what I need to give y'all, because I'm very frustrated with these people. So this is not to you guys. I love you guys so much. The fact that you're still watching, and I'm having a mental breakdown because of this damn show, shows you care. Shows y'all real ones. Okay, we gonna work through this though. We gonna work through this mental breakdown I'm having personally, externally to y'all. We gonna get through this. Okay, so let me take a breather, breather done. And all right, we're going to get through this recap, guys, because I am sick and tired. I am over these people, but I just got to look like this, look crazy, and just okay. So Lauren, like I said, she's very much bothered because then she want to make this comment that she wishes him nothing more than what he deserves. But you ain't bothered. For someone that's not bothered, they wouldn't be making such a comment. I'm just saying. So even Kevin asked her what that means, but she says it just means what it means. All right, Lauren. What? Kevin, let's move on. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this segment up. So, whatchamacallit, he asks if they're in a relationship. She says she doesn't really disclose if she's single or in a relationship. She's just very talking very like around the box. All right, whatever. Just leave it where she's at, Kevin. Orion, he's seeing someone. Good for you. We didn't get to the girls. They still talking backstage about the men. Like, so y'all get wet over this. Y'all get turned on talking about these men because y'all sure love talking about them so much. Y'all love talking about them so much. Like, if you was really unbothered and didn't care about these men, like y'all say, y'all would be doing y'all little interesting dances like y'all did last episode instead of. But then again, that I feel like that was a facade too. Instead of like keep talking about these men, like even though they granted, I mean, they kind of talking about y'all too, but kind of in the sense of like, what is going on with these females? And I'm wondering what's going on with these females, and I'm wondering why they keep talking about y'all. So we just gonna keep talking. Okay, they're gonna keep talking about each other, whatever. Anyway, so the men are flabbergasted by how the women are acting, like I just said, and then we have Kevin. He sits with the experts. So the ladies come out first to talk with Kevin and the experts, and they blame the men for everything once more. Dr. Pierce is asking why they didn't reach out to them because they said they felt silence, blah blah blah, manipulated, the same thing they've been saying. And the girls make excuses, low key. Pascal's low key calling BS because they said Cameron is the mastermind. Pascal's like, Cameron. That's what they said, Pascal. They said Cameron. I feel like they all the masterminds at this point, women, so the females, because they the way they're moving and going about things is giving very much like, okay, we, no matter what we did, we gonna make it sure that it's like we put it on the men, not on us. We did nothing wrong here, even though they was part of this scheme too. And there was something I wanted to say. Anyway, I didn't write it down. I might have wrote it down later. We're gonna move on. So Emily made a comment that they watched the show and took accountability and whatnot. When did y'all take accountability? When y'all watched the show together? Y'all didn't take no accountability. I don't want to hear that BS. Austin back, his face is shaved. Cameron's back too. Okay. So the men sit with Kevin and the experts. Dr. Pepper calls out Cameron for why he was the mastermind. So you just immediately took what they said and just took it as that's the truth. We're not gonna say, Cameron, they said that you're the mastermind. Did you want to speak on that? Cameron tries to defend himself. So sorry. I'm sorry. Look, all these people, I don't want to say they could go to hell. I don't want to say that. But like, all these people could get out of my face. So I'm sorry. At this point, I have no sympathy for not one of these people. Cameron tried to defend himself. That his lip quivering, crying and stuff. Are we trying to force a tear, Cameron? Are you crying? Are you upset? Oh. Yeah. You're upset. You don't get too upset. We don't want nothing to happen to your chest, because then you're gonna have to come out with another receipt of EKG. Oh. We want to know something, Cameron. We're upset too, because you wasted all of our times. You wasted half a year of our lives. This is episode 25, so this has been going on for pretty much half a year. You wasted our time too. Anyway, they want to, feel bad for Cameron and whatnot. Okay, whatever. So Michael makes his speech. Oh, Cameron does apologize to Dr. P and the experts for lying to them and whatnot. Michael didn't want to make a speech about healing. Michael, thank you very much. Please just sit this one out. Just Michael, You are loud enough. What you got on? You don't need to say none. Just thank you, Michael, for trying to. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your monologue. Thank you so much. We then have Brendan apologizing to Dr. Pia. She accepts apologies. She says she's so proud of him and appreciates his apology. We move on then to Claire talking with the girls in the back saying they gotta keep fighting, one more time. What are we fighting here? I don't know. We then have Cameron talking with Brennan. He's saying he's confused about the girls' unity because they wasn't even really friends during filming. Brennan said at first Emily hated Claire, but he regrets that he made her become friends with Claire. How did you make her become friends with Claire? Okay, but I do believe him saying Emily hated Claire because we seen her talking crap about Chloe and Michael in the beginning at their wedding with their vows. So I wouldn't I want to put a pastor to make a little comment about Claire. That's what I'm talking about. Emily, you say you're the most positive person. You sure? Because the lie detector is proving that is a lie. So anyway, we then have everyone coming to take their seats, as their final segment comes together. And I guess, I ain't gonna lie. Brennan did kind of give them a look when they came to sit down. So then Claire was looking at Brennan, like, don't be looking like that. Emily was like, okay, just put your head down. Emily, you are in no means to try to tell somebody what they need to do with their face. So anywho, Cameron comes out. Claire immediately is like, you're such a liar. You're such a liar. Emily's like, you're really good at lying. Both of y'all shut up. Like, oh my gosh. At this point, thank God it was like the last segment, but I'm like, shut up. Be done. Let's be done. I'm begging. Let's be done with this shit. Like, I'm being very, what's the word? Very calm about me right now, like about my reaction. But I kid you not, if I had a camera that was showing me while watching this scene, I was really like, shut the up. Y'all get on my damn nerves, you lint liquor. Like, I was like, enough. Like, I really was over it. I mean, I'm still over it, but like, at that point, I was really like, I want to turn off the TV so bad. I was over it. Anywho, so they calling him a liar. Becca's tearing up, and I'm just like, what you crying for? Because the camera has it like we haven't had the whatchamacallit, the focus is on you, so you got to try to make the. What are you crying for? What you dabbing up? Becca, what's going on? So then they bring up the double date situation. Okay, so Emily and Claire, they cry, yell out accusations at Brennan for first the accusation was, wanting to F Claire's friend, and he did F Claire's friend. Brennan was like, okay, which one is it? Like, and I agree with him. Like, y'all just doing the most. Y'all really just doing the most. So, I think no, yeah, Brennan gets involved because they're making accusations at Brennan. Then Lauren gets involved, looking at Cameron, saying, she not the one, and he's just looking at her like, what are you talking about? I'm looking at Lauren like, girl, this is not your fight. Leave it alone. Just like Becca's being quiet, you need to be quiet too. Leave it alone. Because you getting booked for no reason. Cameron did look a little scared. I ain't gonna lie. Cameron looked scared. So, I mean, I guess she got the job done, but Lauren, you didn't even need to do all that. Like, don't feed into this negative energy that Claire and Emily clearly got going on. Becca just looked like she lost, like a lost puppy. Like, she don't know whether to go with the Mean Girls or just go her own way, which she should really just go her own way. Lauren, you look like you just trying to be in solidarity, but you seem like you get annoyed with these girls too. But, you just gonna stick with the girls for solidarity, like I said. And um Emily, she gets up, walks away because she's just in distress, and talks in the back saying how's ridiculous. No one's holding the men or taking the men accountability for the men. Her boobie slipping out her dress because it's like 2-3 sizes too big. I don't know if that was intentional, but I'm just like, girl, get it taped up, do something with it. Like, girl, fix that. Do better. And then Emily goes back on stage. Kevin says she don't gotta be back on stage if she don't want to be back on stage. She said she want to be back on stage. What you defensive for? Like, you got the smoke for everybody, don't you? Except for yourself. Which you should have for yourself, because you looking crazy right now. Anyway, We watch a scene of Chloe and Michael trying on clothes. Why? I don't know. Once again, these little comedic relief type of videos on the show, we don't care. Just end this episode, please. End it, please. So then we see Claire. Well, I noticed Claire sitting crisscross applesauce in her seat, and I'm like, with her shoes still on. Claire, put your legs down. Okay, sit regular like everybody else. From my little memory of the body language book I read years ago, someone sitting crisscross applesauce is like a defense mechanism. Something about being anxious or something, and I should Google it. Anxious or defending. It could be relaxed too, but I'm gonna use the anxious and defensive mode on this one. Why are you sitting crisscross applesauce? Put your legs down. You a grown woman. Put your legs down. Sit regular like everybody else so we can get through this scene. Anyway, they talk about what they learned, what they and in what way they have grown. And Becca cries when it's her turn to talk. I'm like, Becca, enough with the tears. We're over it. We're tired. I'm tired of your tears. I'm tired of Claire's tears. I'm tired of Emily's tears. And anybody else who tries to cry, I'm tired of y'all tears too. So that's where the episode ends. And I thought we were done. But no, wait. There's more. There's an episode next week of Where They Now or something like that. And we're going to find out Chloe and Lauren ain't friends because I guess Lauren followed homeboy Michael on Instagram or whatever, and I don't know in what context these girls were saying things, but Emily said, it's okay to still have hate in your heart, and I'm like, oh, but this is supposed to be someone very positive, right? And we see Chloe saying like the girls they don't want to heal or whatnot. You may be onto something, Chloe, but like Claire and Emily, they're gonna stay on this negativity band train, whatever it is. They're gonna be miserable together. So in the words of Lauren, I wish everybody on the cast of season 17 of Married at First Sight the life they deserve or the outcome that they deserve, whatever she said. Because at this point, you all played in our faces. And the fact that this review recap is 30 minutes says a lot. Says that even though I say I don't care, I still care. And I'm going to end off with that. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, I understand. Because this is just full blown bullshit. So I understand. But come back next week because clearly there's another episode of this damn show of this season. And hopefully you'll laugh then and we'll subscribe then. Okay? I'll give y'all one more week, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep giving y'all more weeks. You know I'm just joking, right? Anyway, if you have anything to say about this horrific episode, comment down below what you thought. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.